Yaman breaks down in Russia's nightclub, a confession of love and heartfelt emotions. What does it really take for a celebrity to reveal their deepest, most personal feelings in a very public place? When fame and the bright lights of the entertainment industry surround you, how do you maintain your humanity in front of the world? And when does a moment of raw emotion, an unexpected display of vulnerability, become more than just a simple act of love, but a moment of profound connection with millions of people across the globe? Well, Yaman, one of Turkey's most beloved actors, showed us all just that during a night out in Russia's most glamorous nightclub, where the actor did something no one could have expected. What could make a man like Yaman, always poised, composed, and the subject of endless admiration, break down in tears in front of a crowd of strangers? Was it the overwhelming pressure of fame, the exhausting expectations placed upon him, or the love that had been quietly simmering inside him for months, now demanding to be shared? The answer to that, as it turned out, was much more personal than anyone could have guessed. The night that took everyone by surprise. It was a seemingly ordinary evening in one of Moscow's most high-energy nightclubs. The music was pulsing, and the crowd was abuzz with excitement. People danced, laughed, and embraced the carefree atmosphere that only a nightclub could offer. But amidst the neon lights and the carefree vibe, Yaman, the Turkish heartthrob, stood apart. This wasn't just another celebrity sighting. This wasn't just another night out for the actor. This was a night that would turn into one of the most emotionally charged and intimate moments of his public life. Yaman, who has enjoyed a meteoric rise to stardom in recent years, is no stranger to the limelight. With his chiseled looks and undeniable charm, he's won the hearts of millions across the world. But last night, in a fleeting moment of vulnerability, the actor made a stunning revelation. As the night unfolded, Yaman slipped away from the rowdy crowd and found a quiet corner of the club. What followed was nothing short of surprising. The man who has built a career on his strong, confident persona let his guard down, and what came next would leave fans and onlookers alike in shock. A raw, unfiltered confession. In that intimate moment, surrounded by strangers and the fading music, Yaman tearfully opened his heart to a woman seated beside him. His voice cracked with emotion as he uttered the words that would forever mark that night as one of the most personal and vulnerable of his life. "I really love Demet Özdemir. She is everything to me," Yaman said through his tears. His words were simple, yet carried with them a weight of meaning that left those who overheard them stunned. The confession didn't come as part of a scripted interview or a photo shoot. It wasn't planned for the public eye. It was just a moment of honesty, a raw outpouring of emotion from someone who, for once, was not concerned about the pressures of being in the public eye. Yaman, in that fleeting instant, allowed his true feelings to come to the surface. He spoke about Demet Özdemir, the actress with whom he has been romantically linked for months, with such love and sincerity that even the most cynical observers couldn't help but be moved by the emotion in his voice. As the words left his lips, Yaman's tears flowed freely. His voice quivered with the intensity of what he was feeling. For a brief moment, the actor was no longer the polished, picture-perfect star that the world had come to know. Instead, he was simply a man in love, someone who, despite his fame and the spotlight on him, could not contain his emotions. The confession wasn't just a declaration of affection, it was a window into the depth of his feelings. It was the moment of a man who had been holding back his emotions, finally letting them out in the most vulnerable way possible. What does this moment mean for Yaman and Demet Özdemir? For those who have followed Yaman and Demet Özdemir's careers, the connection between the two actors has been obvious for some time. Their chemistry both on and off screen has been undeniable. For months, the public has speculated about the nature of their relationship. Were they just close friends or something more? Was their connection strictly professional, or was there something more personal behind the scenes? While Yaman and Demet Özdemir have often been seen together in public, neither has openly discussed their relationship in great detail. However, this emotional confession by Yaman in a Russian nightclub seems to have peeled back the curtain on what many had only guessed at. The depth of Yaman's feelings for Özdemir, which had been concealed behind a veil of privacy, was now out in the open for all to see. In that moment of vulnerability, Yaman was not just confirming the romantic connection between him and Demet Özdemir, but he was also giving the world a glimpse of how deep that connection truly runs. The actor's emotional breakdown wasn't just a fleeting moment, it was a powerful testament to the intensity of the feelings he holds for the actress. In a world where relationships between celebrities are often shrouded in mystery, Yaman's public display of affection was a rare and beautiful thing to witness. The power of vulnerability, a lesson from Yaman. In an industry where public images are carefully curated and personal emotions are often kept hidden behind a wall of perfection, Yaman's outpouring of emotion was a powerful reminder of the humanity behind the fame. Celebrities are often expected to be flawless, to embody an ideal that is unattainable for most people. But in this intimate moment, Yaman showed us that vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a strength. Yaman's decision to let down his guard in front of a crowd of strangers was an act of courage. In a world where celebrities constantly face pressure to maintain their carefully constructed images, it takes a significant amount of bravery to show the world your raw, unfiltered self. Yaman, in that brief moment, reminded us that even the most famous and admired figures have feelings, emotions, and struggles just like anyone else. And it's those very emotions that make us human. This emotional outpouring also serves as a reminder of the complexities of fame. As fans, we often see only the surface, the glamour, the red carpets, the photo shoots, but there is so much more happening beneath the surface. Yaman's tears were a window into the challenges and pressures that come with being in the public eye. His confession wasn't just about love, it was about breaking free from the constraints of fame and embracing the truth of who he is. The impact on social media and fans. Unsurprisingly, as soon as news of Yaman's emotional breakdown spread across social media, fans were quick to respond. Within hours, the hashtags #Yaman and #DemetÖzdemir were trending worldwide. Messages of support flooded in from fans, praising Yaman for his honesty and vulnerability. Many fans expressed admiration for the actor's willingness to open up about his love for Demet Özdemir in such a public and raw way. The power of social media has always been that it allows fans to connect with their idols in ways that weren't possible before. In the past, fans could only speculate about a celebrity's personal life based on what they saw in magazines or interviews. But in this age of instant connectivity, fans were able to witness Yaman's emotional confession in real time, and that made the moment all the more impactful. Fans didn't just feel like they were watching a celebrity, they felt like they were witnessing a human being, someone who was unafraid to share his emotions with the world. A new chapter for Yaman and Demet Özdemir? So, what happens next for Yaman and Demet Özdemir? Will they finally confirm their relationship to the world? Or will they continue to keep their personal lives private, allowing fans to speculate and imagine what's really going on behind closed doors? While it's impossible to predict the future, one thing is certain. The moment Yaman shared his love for Demet Özdemir will forever be a defining moment in his career. It wasn't just a love confession, it was a moment of pure, unfiltered humanity. In a world where the lines between public and private often blur, Yaman's emotional confession reminded us that love is powerful, that feelings are real, and that vulnerability can be a beautiful thing. For now, fans of the couple will continue to hold on to the hope that Yaman and Demet Özdemir will share more of their story with the world. And whether or not they choose to make their relationship official, the bond between them is undeniable. Magazine News and Gossip would like to thank you for joining us in exploring this heartfelt and emotional moment with Yaman. Stay tuned for more updates on the latest celebrity news and gossip.